funny. He brought this up, why Ethan should go easy on him because he defended Ethan about you. Yeah, that's hilarious. Point is, he was point is he was what do you call it? Vaush was a weirdo chat member for years before he started making content. Yeah. Look. My man apparently has a fucking porn folder on his computer. That in and of itself is already a red flag. Okay? Like, I don't understand it, but then again, I'm pretty basic in my tastes. Okay? I feel like the moment that you have a porn folder on your computer, you're already doing some weird shit. What the fuck's going on? Okay? That's already odd. It gets more odd when some of the porns on the porn folder are GIFs. Okay? And this is like a Matryoshka doll of weirdness, okay? Did I say that right? Isn't that the one where like you open it up and there's more like dolls inside? Speaking of dolls, okay? Like who the fuck is cranking it to GIFs is my first question. Why is this next to the tax folder is the other question, a Matryoshka doll, the Russian nesting dolls. Okay, why are there multiple folders and why so much horse and lolly? Like every step of this process gets weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder as it unfolds. And unfortunately, of course, when that shit leaked, because he was like trying to right click save a fucking photo onto his, I guess to his porn folder. Obviously, understandably, a lot of people fucking, lost it. Have you never gotten horny during your tax return? I just don't understand any of this. I don't understand why you would download any of that shit. I don't understand why you would obviously look at any of that shit or even seek it out. And why gifts? I really don't understand the gift thing. Like, sex gifts are so weird, but it turns out not that weird, I guess. It's a Tumblr thing. You're more of a WebP man. I am not. Okay. But anyway, my point is that happened. It's funny. It's funny. It's a funny situation. It's weird. That's all I'm going to say about it. Okay. But I guess Ethan ethered Vaush for having lolly and shit like that on his computer. Okay. But yeah, no, my favorite is like the Vaush defenders that are still out there being like this openly, okay? This guy, Red Bat Media, obviously like is saying this from behind a block, so I can't show it to you, but Queen of Yellow says, so many people who threw a fit over Hasan doing a humanizing interview with a Yemeni teenager are now stridently defending Vaush possessing a stash of cartoon children being penetrated by animals. What Vaush did is embarrassing. What Hasan did is actively bad. First of all, there is not a worse way to approach the subject matter. Okay? You're just making yourself look bad at that point. Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? Interviewing a TikToker from a country you don't like is not as bad as child porn in any form, but given that average Zionist has the morals of a pile of steaming dog poo and the audacity to match, I see why you feel that way. Anyway. It's just, it depends on the gift, bro. if you take the best of scenes of classic porn best ofs and just make them all into GIFs, you're such a gooner that you need constant simulation of all the best scenes behind each other, like a fucking Goon 2 magazine full of porn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's weird, dog. Apparently, there was also some AI art as well. I'm obviously not going to show you any of this. Okay? I'm obviously not going to show you any of this stuff, but all the fucking 4chan weirdos, turns out, figured out immediately what the fuck it was, and they've, like, detailed it. Even from, like, the brief snapshot that they got from the folder. But I did see this last night, and this is what made me want to talk about it, because as you guys know, Tacoma Wept is a legendary moment that friend of the show, Brace, unlocked within Vaush 4 years ago. Okay? 4 years ago. What is Tacoma Wept? Okay, fuck. All right. Give me the fucking Mehmet tweet. Roll the clip. I have to do it. I have to start off there. I have to start off with Truanon Mehmet. Ah, fuck. Where is it? Does anyone have the link? Here. Here you go. I mean, friend of the show, Brace Mehmet Truanon, who is, of course, literally on the broadcast routinely, which is additionally funny because he went and fought in Syria alongside Kurdish militias as a member, even though Vaush had told me that I am personally anti-Kurd, which I find to be strange. Like, that's what he was telling his audience, that I'm like anti-Kurd and anti-Armenian or some shit a while back. Cool stuff. Anyway, here's what happened. Brace was tweeting about Vaush, I guess, in 2020. And one of those tweets, what the fuck was it? I forget what the tweets were, but this was his response. This is a classic bit.
Wait, is this guy seriously saying that I can't get laid? Incredible, I'll give you 5,000 if you can get Poontang before January 1st. Do you have any idea who the fuck you're talking to? When I got off Tinder because of the fucking quarantine, Tacoma wept. Even, like, ignoring the fact that I have a girlfriend, even if we're just talking like randos, I'm 2 hours away right now from being inside somebody else. This is one... I have two skills, and it's non-monogamy and speaking publicly, okay? Do some fucking research.
Every part of this is phenomenal. Okay? Every part of this is phenomenal. Do your fucking research. Tacoma wept. He truly does have a way with words. He is a very poetic guy. Okay? Also, we can see here why one does not interact with a hater. You stand to gain nothing and become this at worst. Exactly. Ah. Tacoma wept. Listen, he's got two skills and he's all out of words, okay? So that was like, that's why people are saying Tacoma wept, which is like such a beautiful, poetic. I'm not even being remotely ironic here when I say Tacoma wept is poetic. When I got off Tinder, Tacoma wept is literally some of the greatest words I've ever heard, only made so much better by who's saying it and with what energy they're saying it. Okay? I need you to understand I am not being sarcastic. Like, is Tacoma a place or a person or an animal? I'm confused. No, it is no, Tacoma is a place. It is a city in the state of Washington. Anyway. And the follow-up was, I'm 2 hours away from being inside of someone. Okay? Brace is so funny. His response was, I am literally praying for you. With the fucking blurry ass screen grab. It's just like every part of this is so good. I don't know why. So look, my point is that was a banger. And you can only come up with bangers like that. Like it's like a fuck it Weasley, fuck it I'm saying it moment, Weasley little liar dude moment. Like there are sometimes moments of greatness in this silly little world where we stream on Twitch or on YouTube. Okay? And honestly, that's an all-time great. Like that is a banger. I'm 100% like I'm not joking when I say this. I love that clip. That has lived in my mind for so long, and you know, sometimes I use it in the real world, but I had never actually like brought it up on stream openly. Okay? And honestly, it's like refreshing that it's a now becoming like a real world meme. It has the Navy SEAL copy pasta in question. Yes. So anyway, but I've been waiting for this so long for this moment. I'm glad Ethan cooked them. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just like one of those weird weird things, all right? Like it's just there's a lot of weirdness going on in the debate side of the world in general, but this is part of the reason why I think like debate lording this kind of stuff is so dumb. Because like this is apparently after the folders were leaked and the contents of the folder were leaked. Okay. Here was his response.
The other one is like a threesome with two chicks and a guy. And in retrospect, looking at it, knowing now that that artist is a lolicon, yeah, I can see it. When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short stack, thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography. But you know how they're all
how do you string these words together? You will have to wait. Oh God, I gotta run this. This is the best part.
thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn. You'll have to entertain me for a moment on this presumed shared knowledge of how goblins get drawn in pornography.
He is very skilled as an orator. Okay, like this is what debate guys are. They're very good at rhetoric. They're not exactly super knowledgeable. Maybe on goblin porn they might be, but like this is the same energy as Destiny too. They're one of the same, two sides of the same coin. Obviously, you know, Vaush is a lot more like leftist principles and values than the other, who is just like a neoliberal. But like the idea that you're like, no, actually, I'm going to debate you. Hello, it's welcome. I'm going to debate you on my divorce. I'm going to debate you on the contents of my porn folder. It's like, dude, don't do that. Don't do any of that. What are you doing? Don't do any of that. Just move on. People are going to constantly fucking bully you about it, but just never talk about it ever again. You know what I mean? What the fuck? But my favorite is also people in the chat going, but Vaush, why was it AI? Like they don't even fucking, like, what do you mean? There's a horsecock with loli. And they're like, dude, I can't believe you betrayed people by using AI horsecock porn. If you get your horsecock, it has to be straight from the source. I don't.
But you know how they're all like thick short stacks, right?
Anyway, but it didn't end there. Apparently, he said that you know, he tried to elude that like Ethan is transphobic or something.
Like the part where he said this is a pedophile community. Yeah, did he say that with regards?
Like, I highly doubt he said that, but I assume that he's probably thinking that not because there's like trans members of the community, but instead because there's people that are defending your consumption and habits, and that's it.
So there being a lot of transgenders here, is that what he meant? Curious.
Anyway, Goblin Mode. Vaush says Ethan shouldn't expose his love for Horsecock or make fun of him because it's election season. I swear to God, I'm dying right now. Video on the way. Ay, ay, ay. Anyway. Is it that Vaush teaches audience to defend CP? Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to scroll any further because I don't want, obviously, I don't want like anything accidentally to show. But the reality of the matter is, he has debated the ethics of such things in the past. Like a lot of people in Destiny's fandom, for example, think that I'm talking about him all the time when I talk about debate lords, but like a lot of debate lords have done this, including Vaush, including Destiny, and many other people. Like there are so many people who that like make a living constantly fucking testing their intellectual mettle in the marketplace of ideas that have done this. And to me, like I'm brain broken. I'm online all the time. I'm permanently online. Okay. This is my favorite thing. See, look. I've watched you for 2 years and I don't know who the fuck these people are. Yeah, because I never talk about them. And I think for the past 2 years, as these guys have cut like so much like fuck Hasan content, they legitimately thought I didn't talk about them because like I was scared that their ideas were far too good and that members in my community would go over there and be like, oh my God, you opened up my mind. No, the reason why I didn't talk about them is because it's irrelevant drama. Okay? Like that Tacoma Web shit lived in my mind, but I didn't want to fucking make that into content and like expand on it because I thought it was like silly, ridiculous. Okay? By the way, you still follow Pepe Le K? Is that who is the Keffels on Twitter? Even though she endlessly shits on you and is the #1 peddler of you being transphobic, yeah, I don't care. That's my thing. Like I don't even give a shit. Okay, and that's part of the reason why I've always been politics first, drama second. If I'm gonna do drama, it's not gonna be about like political commentators or whatever the fuck, but it's going to be about like silly internet drama because that's like a broad audience thing that people care about. Okay. And yes, I moderate chat and my own community to the best of my ability to avoid this kind of fucking drama because I don't think this like kind of brain rot is like even in any way, shape, or form remotely productive. I'm unironically a bigger fan of you for not talking about them. The vibes they give off are always off, and I'm glad the vibe checks were correct. Yeah, it's just... It's mostly because every single time, anytime you fucking bring this shit up, anytime you bring anything that they've done up, okay, it's always like the most psycho sycophants spending hours and hours and hours and hours trying to debate the minutia. And it's like, I don't want to spend any time thinking about the ethics of child porn or loli or any of these things, dog. It's weird, and you're weird for defending it. Okay? That's it. That's why I always say, be fucking normal. I used to be a drama pervert, avoiding drama for months, just watching you and non-politics streamers help my mental health. Yeah. The other part of the drama stuff is that it also is like very toxic. Okay? It's very toxic. It creates like more of an interest in this sort of thing. So before and it cultivates a fan base that straight up only wants that. And when there isn't real drama happening, you as a content creator need to create that drama so you can keep feeding that audience, that beast that wants it. Same with fucking debate lording everything. That's why if you're a streamer that primarily debates, you always have to keep debating. And when you keep debating everything, okay, you're inevitably going to start debating the ethics of child porn. I don't make the rules. Those are the fucking rules. Might as well be a rule. It happens all the time. And like, this is what I mean. Look, but simping for literal terrorists is fine. Yes, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Have fun with that, though, dude. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Be like, yeah, dude, you had a 19-year-old Yemeni TikToker on, and that's why it's actually fine that my favorite content creator has like entire folders dedicated to like horses having sexual intercourse with like young girls or whatever. Okay? And the point is, it's just like the larger, broader point that I'm trying to make here is that time and time again, the reasons why I never talked about fucking Destiny or Vaush or any of the like the stand-in, I guess I call it, the xylitol, whatever the fuck, right? Type like content drama farmers and content farms and drama farms and debate farms in general. Like the reason why I didn't talk about them for years and years is because I thought it was wholly unproductive and ultimately creates like an era of toxicity, and it makes people want more of that. And that's why we ban people whenever they're like, hey, this guy fucking literally has made a YouTube video about you. This guy said this about you. Can you address it? Okay. So I just want people to understand that. So before people go, oh, dude, I can't believe you're doing this. Like, I can't believe you're, addressing Vaush in this way. Like, you're hitting him when he's down. It's like, motherfucker, him and every single one of these fucking weird loser debate perverted drama farming Andys have been doing this shit for years and years. When no such drama even existed, they would try to find something and cultivate their own drama. Okay? So don't come at me and be like, the one time he does this, like, you fucking come after him. Okay, where the fuck was that energy for your own content creator for the past fucking 2 years, 3 years? Okay? Yeah. Anyway, Kevels apparently said, I'm disappointed in at H3H3 Productions. Tipster, genuinely disappointed saying what H3H3 Productions did to Vaush V after tonight. You'd think after everything Hasan's community as well as others in the past have done to misrepresent Ethan, he wouldn't be so quick to do the same to others. Yet here we are. He even used the same out of context clips alt-writers have used to defame Vaush time and time again. Whatever this was intended to be, there is one thing for sure. This was not the move. And it was extremely bad faith misrepresentation of Vaush. I like that they, like, I like that this is like, I'm being addressed here as well. Okay. Do you hear yourself, Lamont? All three of you? What? Honestly, coming from someone who watches both of you, this whole thing is so stupid. Do you hear yourself? All three of you are so immature when it comes to each other. Hold on. Whenever there's a argument such as this one, here's a really fun, really solid thing to do. Okay. Let's do it. Because people always do this. They're like, dude, everyone is equally at fault here, okay? So let's do it. Let's go to my channel, okay? And let's search Vaush. Not a single one of these is related to Vaush, by the way, but these are the ones that come up. Not a single video. Not a single, not a one, okay? Not a one. Not one singular video. Nothing. Okay? Zero. Every single one of these videos is just like completely unrelated. Now let's do the same for Vaush. Let's do it. Let's go to his channel. Okay? Let's take a look at his videos. To be like, this is equivalent. To be like, oh, this guy, he fucking is doing this to you as well. Hasan's takes on China might be getting worse. Hasan goes full debate lord on Piers Morgan over Israel-Palestine. Ethan Klein destroys HasanAbi in leftovers debate. Hasan fails to answer a question on Taiwan being a country on H3 podcast. HasanAbi canceled for betraying socialism with house. Okay, this one's defending me, to be fair. Tensions rise in Israel and Palestine debate on H3 podcast. The HasanAbi versus Marianne Williamson debate genuinely surprised me. HasanAbi exposed in global satanic Balenciaga controversy. Hasan and Ethan Klein's emotional Israel-Palestine debate goes off the rails. Hasan actually brought a Houthi militant on stream. Hasan and Ethan Klein debate over excuses content theft. Hasan beefs with Adam something, and I get called out. Hasan got dogpiled for objectively correct media take on One Piece. No, okay, there's a little bit of a defense there. Okay, that's good. Hasan humiliates Andrew Tate in hilarious debate. Thank you. There's a defense there. HasanAbi's and Kyle Kalinski's Ukraine-Russia takes are bad. HasanAbi gets intense debate over Tory Lanez shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Daily Wire loser hit piece on me. HasanAbi makes no arguments. XQC HasanAbi lazy streamer drama content. New anti-Vaush and anti-Hasan video just dropped. I have not seen this one. Hasan banned from Twitch for saying cracker. Hasan socialism car. Hasan socialism car. Yes, HasanAbi makes money. Can we please talk about real problems? Okay, so he went from, I guess, somewhere Hasan declares war, smears me mercilessly. Hasan and Richard Wolff had some bad takes on the H3 podcast. Family Feud. Hasan versus Jank. These are literal end talking points. Leftists defend the Houthis. Debating how relevant on HasanAbi's wealth, hypocrisy, socialist morals. HasanAbi might debate yay, lol, contrapoints, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so before people pop off and be like, oh, you are the left's Ben Shapiro, the point is, almost none of these arguments are real fucking arguments, okay? They're all manufactured. They're all completely manufactured. Like, that's it. Notice how every time you mildly mention him because of video? No, the last time I did that was like during Ukraine, and I was like shocked at how over the top a defender of NATO he was. Because I was like, aren't you like supposed to be fucking libertarian socialist? Like, what? Those are like those are the cops. It's like being an anarchist who likes world police shit. Anyway, dare I say more? Should I go in on this on the Destiny side? If you want some smoke on that end too, before people go, oh, all three of you guys are the same, okay? All three of you guys do the same. You talk about each other all the time, okay? You want me to do that too? Because I could do that as well. We can do that too. Here we go. Hasan's full Houthi interview makes Destiny lose his mind. Hasan slams Shapiro on Destiny, calls debate useless. Hasan launches out at viewers and Destiny getting called out. Hasan loses after getting called out. Beyond irresponsible. Shut up, you dumb. Hasan fumbles easy debate and loses it. Hasan backtracks into insane toddler take. Destiny debated Hasan about breaking news and tried to warn him. Do you care? Ethan confronts Hasan in emotional debate. Hasan Parker wants Sam Hyde the most. Hasan defends leftists celebrating Hamas. By the way, this is personally also aligning with an actual out and about Nazi, okay? Destiny is so much worse than Vaush. So much worse. Not even close, okay? Because ironically, he also has defended a lot of the similar things. He's done the actually it's a phebophilia argument over and over again, okay? Hasan defends leftists celebrating Hamas, frustrates Ethan. Hasan addresses the insane comments attacking Ethan. Ethan confronts Hasan on socialism. Leftovers done for good. Ethan suspends podcast with Hasan. Before this guy opened up a fucking singular Wikipedia page about Israel-Palestine to act like he was the actual foremost authority on the issue, even though he got a shit pushed in by debating like actual experts, who know a thing or two, he had cut thousands of videos at this point about like simply debate, simply drama. Okay. So that's the problem. Okay. This is what you do. This is what you do when you don't have anything else going on and all you're doing is just fucking farming drama. It pays the bills. I'm paying his bills. I'm paying his child support. Okay. So he should be thanking me every fucking day of the goddamn week. Come on now. Think about the smoke he has here, okay, versus the way he talked to Ben Shapiro. Think about the way he has talked in just the last month of videos that I just showed you versus the way this man who is supposed to be a liberal, who's supposed to be a leftist, and the way he puckered for Ben. Puckered up. Don't fucking say it's a low blow. Don't step to his level. Suck my dick. This dude literally has falsely smeared me for a living. No, I'm sick and tired of this fucking bullshit. The same point goes for Destiny as it does for Vaush. The reason why I don't talk about how I'm basically paying for both of his fucking divorces in general is not because I'm afraid, okay? It's because it's incredibly fucking annoying. Because every time I bring it up, every single one of his fans come in here and go crazy mode. They're like, no, let's talk about it, actually. All of a sudden, they have all the smoke. All of a sudden, they have all the ethics and the morality. These are people who have been calling me a fucking terrorist that needs to go back to Turkey, go back to my own country, like how I'm an Islamist fundamentalist for literally months. Okay? It's insane to me that every single time this happens, okay, they very quickly forget all of the shit that they've said and turn into like the wokest progressives of all time. It's literally 4chan shit, okay? It's poll. It's poll. It's 100% Kiwi Farm shit. It's 4chan shit. It's basement dweller bullshit, okay? That's crazy. And yeah, if you try to fucking duke it out with pigs, you're inevitably going to catch a lot of shit. You're going to be rolling in a lot of shit, okay? A lot of pig shit. So, that's part of the reason why I don't like doing it. And they've cultivated an entire fucking community and an entire community of orbiters on top of that, like secondary lines of attack from like dudes that want to show their loyalty to this fucking weirdo that basically make these insane videos all the goddamn time. That's why Ugopnik, when in his video, didn't actually refer to them by name, but just simply said cancer tumors on the supposed left. That's it. That's it. You know? Always. Always. And it doesn't matter. It's like you make fun of them for not knowing anything about the subjects that they cover, and they'll turn around and be like, I didn't realize that doing Wikipedia research was like a bad thing. I guess you hate people learning information. It's like, no, dude. The problem is acting like you're the authority on a subject and like trying to find post hoc rationalizations by skimming Wikipedia without demonstrating the proper fundamentals even to broach the subject matter. You can't be like 3 weeks in to defending Israel's ethnic cleansing campaign and get caught running around being like, well, this must be Erdogan, who is the president of Israel, right? Or president of Gaza or whatever the fuck. It's so dumb. And it's all the same talk about JDam expert, by the way. Okay, JDam expert. Yeah, dude. JDamming this dick in your fucking mouth. There you go. Look, every single one of them is in here right now. There is not a space on the internet where you can say anything about Destiny without every single one of his fans coming in with their 11th sock accounts. Okay? 11 sock accounts coming in and repeating the same talking points over and over and over again. That's it. It's unhealthy. They do. They watch me all the fucking time. They watch me all the goddamn time. They sit there They fucking try to put a paste bin together with like clips that they can farm, and they bring it up over and over and over again. Yeah, right. He's talking to a congressman right now, Roach. Oh shit, dude, sick. 40-year-old 4chaners white knighting dipshit. It should be sad, but it's so funny. It is. Anyway. Just immediately being like, Roach. When someone calls me a Roach online, you basically have demonstrated one thing and one thing only. That you are a 37-year-old dude who still browses 4chan, okay? Or you go on like r/green text or whatever. And you wish for the halcyon days of 4chan where it was like actually relevant. So to everyone that comes in here to talk their big shit, I love you all. I wish you well. Okay? I love you all. I wish you well. And I hope you can get out of it. Ask them if D gave them a new talking point. They'll say, view count's down. That's why you're doing it. Or probably like, no, they'll probably go for the high notes like, you say Gusano or whatever the fuck. By the way, which apparently Destiny's mom is like literally admitted to their family owning slaves, which I thought was really crazy, but I didn't even know that shit. But yeah. I don't know if this is a real post or not, by the way. Hilarious ED is subtweeting V being like, wow, sure would be nice if you had a big streamer friend sticking up for you right now. Yeah, that's the other thing. I saw this too. My man really went with the I'd be fine with the whole lolicon thing if Vaush hadn't been really mean to me. Man, it seems like it would be nice right now to have other large content creator friends. Too bad he's a backstabbing childish piece of shit and has absolutely no friends in the streaming community. Crazy how that works. Enjoy your lolicon, horse fucker. What? Time and time again, these dudes openly demonstrate that they have no interest in like any principles. Like, you can't even just be like, that's gross unconditionally. You have to act like you would defend it. But to be fair, I'm sure you guys have the, what do you call it? The fucking clip. I mean, I've seen him literally debate against Sneeko, talking about how actually it's a phebophilia. There's a difference between being attracted to a 14-year-old versus being attracted to a baby. Like, it's like, dude, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you trying to defend fucking minors? Okay? Why is that a thing in your mind? There has to be a point. There has to be a point where you go, maybe I shouldn't defend this. And before you say, I'm making this up, it's literally on tape. Okay? He's tweeted about it before. It's also on tape. It's very odd. Was Vaush mean to Destiny, or is he still just unable to move on about Vaush leaving his community? Destiny never lets go of shit like that? Yeah. Anyway. Basically, he's saying he would defend it out of opportunism and it doesn't care if it's right or wrong. Exactly, but his fandom doesn't understand it. They don't care. They'll come in here, okay? They don't care. They'll come in here and go, ha, talking about Destiny again. Fucking got him. Dude, I already showed you, okay? Probably 1,000 videos at this point. I don't know what the exact number is. I'm sure someone can find it, okay? But there are thousands of videos at this point. Most of it is complete nonsensical bullshit, too. It's like he owns a house. He's rich. None of these things are hidden, okay? These are all very open things that I talk about personally. Or my favorite genre, which is a bastardization of the point I was trying to make, or a misspeak, okay? And then turning around and then acting like this is the actual position that I made and constantly fucking screaming about it. What is this? We all know Vaush is jealous of a situation where I'm coming and I'm like, oh no, this is terrible. So I suspect the horse was enjoying it.
That's most of the time for me.
So you guys want to know what you do? So you have mares in heat, right? Okay, first of all, this is literally not about Vaush. This is me talking about working at a ranch, okay? They put Vaush in there as a meme, just so people don't misunderstand. A couple of friends I have fell into the D-cesspit. They're becoming increasingly dismissive, antagonistic, argumentative, and fucking annoying. Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to you, okay? I'm trying to explain this to you. If you're in here, watch Destiny all day, every day. It's fine, okay? But before you know it, you most likely are going to find yourself becoming increasingly antagonistic and toxic, okay? I guess the question you should ask yourself is, do I really want his lifestyle? Like, let's say the peak of you LARPing as though you are Destiny or Vaush is you becoming them, right? If that's is that the desire that you have? Do you want to constantly be a guy who's like alienating people, pushing them away with some like supposedly genuine interest in finding the truth about a matter through testing the metal of your ideas in the marketplace of ideas, right? And yes, I can say the same thing about my community too, absolutely. But the difference is, I think I'm doing quite all right, mentally speaking, okay? I have a shit ton of friends, and I, touch grass on a regular fucking basis. I have normal friends, and I'm not constantly finding myself arguing about every little minutia simply for the sake of winning an argument. That's not a fun person to be around. And a lot of people, I think, in our increasingly isolated online culture fail to recognize that like the people that you meet in a Discord server or the people that you meet on Reddit or forums is not actually like real people in the real world. It's not a good substitute. So if the people in the forums are reinforcing your bad behavior, reinforcing your toxic behavior of like constantly trying to debate the minutia, the people in the real world might not actually respond in kind. They might not actually appreciate that. That's why one of the major things I preach always is be fucking normal. Be normal. Like, this is objectively not normal, right? Coming in here and being like, going in here and trying to defend like Destiny or Vaush or something by like putting this up. It fails the bus driver test. You've been following since 2022. You're failing the bus driver test dramatically right now. If you tried to explain this to like a normal person, okay? If you try to explain any of this shit to a normal person, you would look like a schizo. Okay? That's it. And I don't get it. I think pulling out of this entirely, pulling out of this space entirely is good. You don't actually have to watch me or watch any content creators. That's all good. Okay? I want what's best for you. Okay? I want what's best for you. Like at the top of the hour, what's best for you is to be a subscriber. So you can subscribe for $5 or for free. And no longer see the top of the hour ad break. My work friends love when I try to explain internet stuff to them. It's always wild. Yeah, but there's a difference. Here's the ad break now. Bro really says, so what if my debate daddy is a pedo? At least he knows about JDAMs? Yeah, exactly. So Um, I know that it is self-interested of me to ask you to pull out of this venture, right? And you probably think, well, you're ontologically evil, Hasan, and that's why you want me to stop with this toxicity. But I promise you, it's actually beneficial for you as well. Okay? That's it. I'm definitely not the enemy you think I am, that I have been presented as. If you're in here thinking that I am, that you're in here to be like super toxic, to be like, oh, dude, I'm actually doing accountability by like posting JDAM in the chat or something. Like, you're not doing that at all. And I do hope that you get better. I do. And while it obviously is beneficial for me, it is definitely more beneficial for you. Okay? The moment you find yourself in someone else's chat, okay? The moment that you find yourself in someone else's chat that you've been following, okay, since 2019, like this guy, and then unfollowing, okay, because you're a 2014 account that you created and a fan of Destiny, and you come back and follow since March 7th once again, specifically to come in here and again defend Destiny. The problem is you're always talking about you being knowledgeable about the topics you talk about, but you never demonstrate more than a surface level understanding of the things you talk about. That's a direct talking point that you just copy pasted basically from the subreddit. Okay? If you're doing that, that's not healthy for you. That's not healthy for you, because it's also not true. Not only is it not true, and I assume that you don't really care about whether I'm knowledgeable on the issues I speak on. Okay? But beyond that, you have not demonstrated you're not waging like a real valuable war. We only have a finite amount of time on this planet. Going forward, I suggest every single time you have that inkling where you're like, I'm going to go with my Discord server and brigade this streamer's space, okay? And I'm going to say he's stupid, or I'm going to repeat whatever the fuck people are saying, okay? I promise you a much more valuable use of your time would be to go, you know what? I'm going to go to the fucking gym right now. I'm going to go to the gym. Is that what you're going to talk about today, dog? No. I was surprised at how much knowledge you have on the things you talk about. I started watching you as a conservative and you changed my mind totally. Yeah, if you're also wondering like the veracity of my claims or anything like that, I would highly recommend you watch the YouTube videos of the things that I talk about, specifically because those YouTube videos will also, like, I'm pulling data from the top of my mind when I'm talking about shit. I've been covering this kind of stuff for, almost 10 years now, more than 10 years. So I'm pulling data from the top of my dome. Sometimes that data might not be like completely 100% correct as well, like the numbers itself. However, the if you want to test the veracity of the claims or whether the data that I'm sourcing is correct or not, my YouTube page will always have the data points. Okay? That's it. And yes, I do actively discourage my fans from doing hate watcher shit to my enemies constantly for the same reasons I'm telling you guys, this is correct, the same reasons I'm telling you guys not to do it. If you're a hater in here, okay? I tell my fans all the time, don't do like hate watcher shit. Don't tap the glass. It's not good for your brain. It's not good for your mental space. It's not good for your mental health. It's not good in general. Okay? I mean, you literally say word for word what scholars are saying, which nobody here, after hearing what you can, go themselves and research what you said. I know. But it's much easier, I think, to just simply say, Hasan, you're bad or you're stupid. And look, I've made you mad by calling you bad and stupid instead of like actually trying to address any of those fucking claims at all. That's it. Okay? I want everyone to be healthy. I want you to have a better life. I want you to be a better you than you were yesterday. Okay? This is how I live my life, and I hope that you can too. One of the funnier moments is when people go, dude, you read Twitter threads like that's all you do. It's like, no, you're repeating something that you heard from someone else. It's very obvious. Because the Twitter threads are not just like Twitter threads, they're Twitter threads that are journalists breaking their own stories, journalists that I trust, journalists that have consistently proven reliability, journalists that are summarizing their own stories that they're either in the process of breaking or actually have broken. That's it. Anyway. Yeah, Twitter is a news aggregator for me, and it's a good jump off point. What I gather from this current drama is that American leftists will never collaborate with each other because they constantly look down on each other for a quick view. Yeah, I think that is silly to say about someone as myself, because that's part of the reason why I don't engage with these other guys. And I collaborate with leftists all the time. I have academics, scholars, I have journalists, I have political commentators. I have people on this broadcast all the fucking time. I'm going to have Chapo Trap House on in a little bit. Okay, they're my friends. They have a podcast. They are also political commentators. I'm going to literally have them on. We're going to have some shawarma and we're going to have some fun. Okay? Okay, at least I appreciate this dude's honesty. He said, "No, I'm going to keep hate watching." Respect. I'm going to unban this guy. Fuck it. Yeah, man, you're totally right. All those clips saying you didn't donate enough to charity were totally wrong. You really are the good human being you tell us you are. Wait, what? 2/6/2023? Oh my God. Is this guy coming in? Did this guy come in literally while we were raising money for the fucking victims of the Turkish earthquake? And that was his takeaway? It's like, come on, brother. That's so unhealthy, dog. I promise you, your life will be happier. It's not good for you, man. Look, you've been doing this for years. You've been doing this for years. I'd watch more gaming. I think you're cool, but the politics is kind of toxic sometimes. You get me? In your ideology, stealing doesn't exist. Backpedal. Oh, God. Anyway. Beef shawarma, not chicken, is the best. Okay. You raise money for Ukraine too? Yeah, but that kind of makes their point look worse. Yeah, hate watching me is like going to a restaurant you don't like. You're absolutely right on this. It's like going to a restaurant you don't like to eat at and yell at everyone that you don't like the food. And then telling every single person around you that is like at the restaurant that they're wrong for enjoying the food too. Because that's the extent that people go to as well. That's the length that they go to. They're gonna be here. Okay, Waleed is here. Anyway, but yeah, Kevil said, I'm disappointed in H Leadership Productions. You had me on your show and called me a hero for fighting against a far-right stalking forum that made multiple people kill themselves. Now you're using out of context clips sourced from the same website to attack people. Do better, Ethan. Hey, you didn't... Who the fuck are these people writing, pun intended, for pornographic drawings of a horse fucking a child? Am I losing my mind? Hey, you didn't address anything I said. I'm not pro lolicon, and if I thought Vaush was, I wouldn't defend him. Can you please have a discussion about this instead of putting me on blast for 2 million Instagram followers and pedo-jacketing me? It's gross. Ethan, I know you're going to see this, even though you won't respond. I defended you a while. You were having a meltdown over the stuff with Hasan. People give me shit for it. All I'm asking for you is to show some shared ability to those who showed it to you. I'm not your enemy. Dude, these people... Like what are they doing? They literally think it's like a tit for tat. They're like, hey man, I defended you actually, and you know, you're the big content creator that I defended, and why aren't you defending me right now as I'm saying unhinged things in defense of a person who was exposed to have like a bunch of lolly horse porn in their fucking porn folder? Like, you're demonstrating what your framework is. It's just quid pro Joe, right? Exactly like Donald Trump. You're right. Quid pro Joe. What is happening? And also, it's always like, you know how TikTok makes motherfuckers use words like unalive and shit? Okay. Hold on. Okay, unlocking. I feel like being in the debate sphere and in the debate space basically breaks your brain or rewires it in a way where you start talking in a very specific fashion. You start saying, buddy. All right, buddy? All right, Waleed is here. You start saying, you start having this like very weird style of speaking where you're like, excuse me, why don't you address any of the points that I made in defense of my friend's like horse porn folder leaking? Like, no, man. Sometimes normal people go, hey, I'm gonna stay out of this. Okay, my dude. Newsflash, buddy. My dude. Why don't you become an honest interlocutor and debate me in good faith about horse porn? It's like, okay. Like, what is this? Sometimes it's fine to just not fucking do that, to not engage in this kind of thing. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got on this issue. Hold on, I'm going to go grab Waleed real quick. Listen, you debate long enough on the internet, and debating is the only type of content that you put out. On a long enough timeline, you're going to be a white guy that defends saying the N-word for one reason or another, and you're going to debate the ethics of child porn. Okay? As a HasanAbi certification, as a HasanAbi certified guarantee. Okay? I slurred for good, not evil, baby. A big one. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I just have to walk on to the other side of my massive house. Yeah. What? That's tactical N-word deployment. Yeah. Can I debate the ethics of donating my wife's state house raised with you? No. I don't consider myself a hate watcher, but I get why. I understand why people have skepticism of you. What is this? What is the skepticism? Stop gish galloping. You are going to turn on Vaush? What? What is happening? This guy just keeps saying gish galloping. Oh, I get it. Galloping like a horse. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. You're dumb as fuck, chatter. I hope you know that. I mean, it's Jesus Christ, dude. He was so proud of that he just kept fucking repeating it. I'm like, what the fuck's this guy talking about? And after today, now that we got this out of my system for a little bit, the long silence will continue. Okay? Sometimes it's okay not to want to like debate the minutia and the ethics of all this kind of stuff, okay? The problem is certain leftists aren't really about the movement and will punch left for clout instead of pushing back against the right wing wolves in sheep's clothing. Yes, that's why I spend all of my fucking waking moments shitting on the Democratic Party if they're doing reactionary shit, and most of the time, exclusively the Republican Party. Okay? That's it. You will never catch me fucking sitting around and agreeing to Ben Shapiro. If I was given the opportunity to debate him, I would fucking debate him. Okay? I would not sit there and have not even a fraction of the smoke that I have for like some random trans person on Twitter that frustrated me. Dudes will literally write entire fucking manifestos and have more energy and more smoke for like random accounts on Twitter than they do for motherfucking Ben Shapiro. Okay? That's crazy. And if you value yourself as supposedly like a liberal guy or a progressive guy on the right side of history, I'm sorry. You're not. This is a very low IQ take, not gonna lie. Yes. You need to, I'm sorry, you need to have a super high IQ to understand that like you should probably develop a better relationship with someone like Ben Shapiro, who has infinitely more power than a random trans person on Twitter, who also supposedly believes the opposite of everything that you believe if you are a progressive. There's not a single person that considers himself to be a fucking leftist or progressive or even a Democrat, really, run-of-the-mill Democrat, that can turn around and be like, yeah, actually, you know what? I do find myself agreeing with Ben Shapiro a lot on everything except for the fact that, like, I guess Biden is more less controversial than Trump. Like, no shit. What's good? Dude, I'm so excited. Wait, Fiona, be nice. Those are our guests. What is this? CNN did not tweet a story about the Kharkiv Kid Finder. Locals have started calling him the Kharkiv Kid Finder. Oh my God. Oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah. I do have some fun content on the dog for the Chavo